Amazon listing, Amazon optimization, Amazon listing images, Amazon listing tutorial. These are all keywords that you guys are searching for, so that's what we're making this video for you. We're gonna talk about EBC, how to optimize your Amazon listing for Q4. As you know, for all of you brand owners, it's very important. Q4 is an extremely important part of the year because this is where your sales, you make a lot of actual sellers make their sales at the end of the year. So we want to give you all the tools as possible for you guys to be able to optimize, stand out from your competition. And not just that, reduce your ACoS as well, get those conversions. And the only way to actually get conversions, not dependent on pricing, is making an emotional connection with the user. What does that mean? That means that they have to like your product, not just like it, but make value decisions based on value and not on pricing, right? It's two different things. Like if you're not the factory in China or wherever the factory is, your supplier, you won't ever really be able to compete with the price because the factory, if this factory sells on Amazon, which most of the cases does, most likely they'll have the better pricing than you. So you have to build a brand. That's why, from now on, I think brand owner is a better word. Actually, somebody left the comments. If you can put it here, Pichu, it will be great. So we'll listen to you. We'll listen to your feedback. That's why it's so important for you guys to subscribe and leave us any questions that you might have. Okay, let's get into it. My name is Rafael. I am the founder of Share Studio, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you an Amazon listing, how to optimize it. So the formula. This formula we came up with just years of experience, to be honest, and just working over and over again in different types of listing, different categories, niches. But the special thing about our company is that we only focus on Amazon. We don't do Shopify. Amazon is, we live, breathe, eat, sleep Amazon. That's all we do. What is the best way to get effective content is based off data-driven decisions. What does that mean? That means that we have to create an emotional connection with the buyer. Meaning, for example, let's take this product, okay? This product, the child might be the user, but most likely, right, the buyer is the mom or the dad. So who are we actually creating this listing for? Is it the mom? Is it the child? Is it the dad? That's what we need data, right? Who's your buyer persona? Are they married? Are they not married? Do they have kids? It's very important to understand because, for example, if the keywords are targeting baby nightlight, nursery nightlight, bedroom nightlight, right? Most likely it's for their kids or for somebody who they care about. And we have to find what triggers their emotions. We have to get inside of their shoes as best as we can. Obviously, this is done with data, so you have to research for the data, right? So overall, we want to know who they are, step inside their shoes and see what can trigger their emotions. See what makes them click. Where do we start? Keywords, right? So which keywords are you ranking for? Which keywords are you investing your most amount of PPC in, right? So if your keyword is, I don't know, baby nightlight, right? And that you're getting a lot of clicks from that and your ACoS is super high, what can you do to, optimize that listing for that keyword so your ACoS comes down and you're making more conversions, meaning more money? Just create content, for babies, right? So we have to, what market are you selling? Europe, the US. So if it's the US, have a variety of pictures with different type of kids, obviously, right? To make the most amount of connection with that. Maybe go to Google Trends and see, okay, which is the state that searches more in Google for baby nightlight? Maybe it's a state farther up north. Find the largest demographic in that state. You have to really go into the data. There's definitely data for that. You just have to go into there. If not, hire us, we'll look it up for you and we'll create you amazing content. Demographics, again, what I was talking about, right? Behavior analysis. Who is this person? Is this person between the ages of 24 and 30, 40, 50? Depending on the age range, they behave differently. We have to understand their behavior, what they want, so we can give them what they want, so they can connect with it. So we solve all their problems before even they make a decision of going to another listing. Because remember, within your listing, right, there's other people sponsoring to be able to be there. So we have to obviously connect with them before they go somewhere else, right? And obviously, there's some things that you have to benchmark the competition. This is just like a starting point. See what FAQs they have. The general things that we all know, we definitely have to go in there. The 4-star and 3-star reviews, I love the 4-star reviews and the 3-star reviews because this is basically like, oh, this could have been perfect, but it needs this. Maybe your product has that and you're not targeting in your infographics. And obviously all of this is super important, but behind Amazon, there's not a person that actually makes you rank better or worse. It's an algorithm. As you know, there's millions of sellers on Amazon, right? So there's a lot of content, there's a lot of listings. There's not a person there like going like, oh, let me put this one first. No, there's an algorithm behind it, and that's the A9 algorithm. We have to understand, what makes content great for the A9 algorithm. So it's content that catches our attentions, gets a lot of clicks, right? That's why the main images are so important. You might have a fully optimized listing, brand story. You have Amazon Store, you have Amazon Post, infographics, lifestyle, listing video, related videos, sponsor ads video. You actually do live, you do all these things. But if you have a very bad main image, hero image, you're not gonna get the click. So, all this work for not even getting the click, because remember, even if you're spending money on PPC, right, there's other sellers spending the same or more amount of money in PPC as you. So what's gonna make them click on your listing instead of another listing? The hero image. Price and reviews, all these things matter, yes, of course. But on an even playing field, images are always gonna stand out. Better images than others. Images that connect. I'll show you an example in a bit, okay? So, you have to show the product how it works, and you have to, make it look good, because the quality of your listing and the quality of your visuals equals to the quality of your product. The new iPhone just launched today, actually, right? And if you see all the content that Apple launches or puts out, it's amazing. It's just amazing. You look at the iPhone, you're like, oh my God, I need this. So 2 main points that we want to get from this is traffic and conversions, right? How to rule the A9. This is super important, right? This is like the make it or break it. This is what's gonna determine if you actually get more conversions, if it ranks you higher. Remember that if you just launch a listing, you get the honeymoon phase. This honeymoon phase is more of a test to see if you get more clicks, more conversions, more traffic. There's a thunderstorm outside. So that's, we want to know how to rule. So we obviously need to get a lot of clicks, okay? Very important, get those clicks, and not just get the clicks. Make sure people are not, bouncing off your listing, getting those conversions. Super important. Why? Because if listing A compared to listing B, and listing A is getting a lot of, traffic, but listing B is getting more conversions to listing A, Amazon's gonna say, even though this one gets more traffic, this one offers the shoppers a better buying experience. Why? Because people are buying more of this product instead of this one. Let me rank this one better than this one. Remember that these are not your customers. Unless you're a big brand, a well-known brand like Apple, these are Amazon's customers. You're just one more vendor there, right? So the more value you give and the better shopping experience you give to its customers, the better Amazon's gonna rank you, okay? So you have to increase conversions, reduce negative reviews. Obviously, if you have, there are some parts where maybe it's just a unique product, it doesn't matter the reviews. I've seen them, they're like unicorns, but they still, get, until somebody comes in with a better product, they're still gonna get sales, but that's like super random. Definitely have good alt text. You have to improve your SEO. If you don't know what SEO is, it's search engine optimization, meaning that you give the engine, the algorithm, the keywords for it to find your product as easy as possible, okay? And obviously avoid misunderstanding. This is gonna reduce the chances of return, if your product being returned. Super important for your product not to be returned, right? You're losing money. The algorithm is basically qualifying you like, oh, its product is getting returned. Why is it getting returned? Super important to understand, to give the buyer the best experience as possible, right? And every listing is unique. Even if you're in the same niche, even if you're selling the same product, right? You're trying to differentiate your product as best as possible. You have to explain this with the content, with the visual content. Because remember, you're not there trying to pitch the seller your product. And there's hundreds of other competitions out there, right? Quick story. This was a potential client. We didn't close this person, unfortunately. But this is how it came. So he was selling a dog shampoo, right? And he was selling dog shampoo for like, I would say like 30, 40 bucks. And he was complaining. At first, I was trying to tell him like, hey, you should invest in videos because that's a way you can, show off and tell and make that emotional connection with the puppy, with the animal. Because remember that dogs are they're like, I take care sometimes of a little Pomeranian, and I just love that dog, right? If you tell me like, hey, this cookie is better for Rocco, his name is Rocco, I'm definitely gonna buy the better cookie for Rocco, obviously, right? I want what's best for the doggy. So the potential our potential customer was complaining like, oh, this is my competition. Its shampoo is just horrible, blah blah. I pitched a video. He's like, but I don't see the point in getting a video. It's just more expensive. I was trying to make it understand. So at the end, I was just, okay, so what do you wanna, what do you want to transmit? Well, I want to transmit that my product is better than the competition's because it's made from organic ingredients, so on and so forth. I'm like, well, the best way to convert that is through a video, not just photos, also a video. It's something that's, when it's a product that goes on a living creature, doggy, cat, any type of animal, kids, humans, inside or on top of your body, it's hard to convert because you need to have that emotional connection and create that trust, unless you're a huge brand. But if you're not, you definitely have to convert it with that's why doing marketing for supplements is so hard and so competitive. Yes, there's a lot of gain, of profitability there, but content has to be amazing, right? So this buyer was like, oh, I don't really see the point. And then after an hour consulting with him, he asked me like, so how can I transmit that my product is just better? I'm like, through a video. He's like, touche, I think you got a point. So I don't remember what happened with him. That was like a year ago. But I'll always remember that story because you have to transmit what it feels like to have your product, to have your baby nightlight, to have the shampoo, to have the supplement. How is this gonna solve their problem? Based on value, not on price. There are some things that you don't really care about. Maybe a garlic press or something that you just want to get out of the way. Sometimes. This is how you rule the A+, the A9 algorithm. Basically, just have good content that gets lots of clicks and lots of sales, right? Sounds easy. What does your listing need to boost your sales? A lot of things, obviously. Amazon Hero Images, listing images such as the lifestyles or the product photography, the infographics, etc. Right? Again, all these things come together and work in unison. So we're just gonna touch base on these and others as well. I'm gonna use this as the case study for this specific video, all right? But again, you want to answer as many questions as the client might possibly have. Like, okay, this clip is for what? All right, this clip is for, holding money, right? Sometimes Amazon is really tricky when it comes to using props, main images. You're not supposed to, use anything that's not coming inside the box. But, there's like gray areas. Not everything is black and white. So, Amazon lets you go with some things, other things no. Not like, getting fake reviews. Strongly against it. Do not get fake reviews. But, props to showcase how it looks or to show the sizing of the product. That actually, you could pull it off. Obviously, have a backup plan just in case. The product without any props, just in case. You never know. So, for example, this one or this one. Obviously, this one, you're showing the usage of the actual clip wallet. or this one, or this one, right? So this is actually, these both, we worked on it, but I'm just gonna show you a little bit of case study about this. Guys, please remember to subscribe, very important for us, because this just keeps on motivating us to create more of these videos. So this is the photos that we created for our client, Olga. We have a case study, we have actually a video of that. If we can link it here, it'll be great so people can watch it. This is the content that she came to us with. This content was made from another agency that I'm not gonna say the name for respect. So I'm just gonna compare the hero images. If not, we'll be here for like the next 30 minutes or more. So baby nightlight, the keywords were like baby nightlight, nursing, nursing light, breastfeeding nightlight, you know, an intimate moment with the child and the mom, right? That's who Olga is targeting. So if you see the competition's photos, not bad. Like it has very good, you know, has very good photo, high quality, human touch, etc. Our photo is this one. So the top of your head, you're like, oh no, it's actually a good image. She wasn't getting enough clicks. And why? Well, think about it, right? The person, who's the person? It's a mom. Okay, so a mom, you would think a mom would prefer something that's like, you know, not connecting with her. It's a hand, and the body language of the hand, which is super important. It's very stiff. It's like more demanding than helping. It's like, take this, instead of like, hey, maybe this can help you, you know. It's not the question, it's the way you ask the question, right? So again, it's a hairy hand, if you can see, male, hairy hand, long fingernails, right? So that, on top of that, green, color green. This is not a nice color to attract the client unless it's something earthy, but something like this, no. Why? Because the color green in filmmaking, most of the times is used as something repulsive, something that makes you sick. If you see in movies, when there's a tone of greenish, something bad's gonna happen, right? Same. The user in the buyer doesn't really understand this, and they won't tell you what it is, but they just will steer away from it. Okay. We created this photo. A lot of things increase. I'll show you the case study. But again, feminine touch, female, body language, more relaxed hand. It's like more welcoming. It's like more like, hey, maybe you can try this. Color, right? Yellow. Yellow is warmth. In that specific moment when they are looking for a photo that, for a product that's gonna be intimate, obviously yellow, warmth, it's gonna be better. Maybe they don't like yellow. Could be. What do? We add an acid here, which tells you that, hey, we can change the color. You don't like yellow, maybe you actually like green. Maybe you want blue, maybe you want red. I don't know, whatever. We'll give you that color either way. Oh, you're breastfeeding? Baby nightlight? Oh, it's gonna be night? Okay, well, you can also dim it. You know, you're trying to answer as many problems as possible within the first image. First impressions matter, yeah? It matters, because if you get the click, now you can tell the story. If you don't get the click, how will you be able to tell the story? All right, 20 minutes, guys. What do you guys think of this presentation so far? We got lots of more to discover. As you can see, some numbers here and all these things. Let me know what you think about this, and then we'll be able to continue on this. Again, I'm keeping this short just to see if you guys actually watch this. So like this video, type in the comments, let me see the rest, and I'll create a video with the rest of this presentation. Till next time, let me know if you have any questions. You guys can always reach out to us. Please subscribe to this channel. Mari, all the Maris in our team and all the rest of my team will be super happy that you did. We count literally the subscribers every day. We're like, oh my God, we just were 1 subscriber. When we took over, when they took over, we're like 200 subscribers. Now we doubled it, which is great. You know, we're growing there. I really appreciate your help, everybody. Thank you so much. The comments like, hey, don't call us Amazon sellers, maybe brand owners, which is great. I love it. Thank you so much for that feedback. I really appreciate it. I actually reply to them personally. And again, if you guys are ever in Miami, let me know. We'll be more than happy to go and grab coffee with any of you. All right, bye.